Well, as you know, it is customary to leave a tip in Canada, but a downtown Calgary bistro believes it's time for a new tradition. The owners have introduced a no-tip policy. As Terry Fikowski reports, it's sparking discussions on whether Canada's tipping culture is over-gratuitous.
Nestled along First Street Southwest, you'll find Heliopolis Social Cafe. The owners want their customers to feel at home, which is the main motivation behind their no-tip policy.
We believe that hospitality should not be transactional. It should be fair, consistent and respectful for the guests and for the team.
In lieu of gratuities or a service charge for guests, the owners pay employees benefits and a salary above Alberta's minimum wage, which is $15 an hour, amongst the lowest in the country. The higher salaries depend on job and experience, but the owners say the policy helps retain staff.
Yeah, I really like it. I like the stability of it. I like that I'm essentially working for my wage.
But it does catch a lot of customers off guard.
I definitely do a lot of explaining because it does shock a lot of people. Generally, reactions have been positive.
There's no stress. It's like, okay, well, do I tip this much? Do I tip that much? You know, you get into your head sometimes.
The policy comes as inflation and expectations have reached a tipping point for some.
10%, 15%, 20%, I don't like those.
For fast food, I do think it's kind of extreme.
Like 15 or 20%, or just for a quick coffee that was made in a coffee shop, it's kind of too much.
One expert in etiquette says Canada's tipping culture is evolving, with diners scaling back after generosity surged during the pandemic.
I believe that going forward in a few years' time, that tipping globally will be abolished. 5 years, 10 years, I cannot tell.
While it's customary to tip in Canada, it isn't everywhere.
Strange finding out exactly what you're going to pay.
Alam and her husband, originally from Cairo, took a tip from their own travels and say the no-tip policy has been sustainable since opening last summer.
It's not a one-size-fits-all, right? So every establishment has its own system and rules, but we should have this conversation. It's time.
And Terry is downtown tonight. Terry, we all get those prompts on the terminal for the tips. So what is the norm right now?
Well, Tara, it has certainly changed since my serving days a while ago when 10%, which was what was expected on a bill and was fine. But etiquette expert Julie Blake-Como that we heard from there tells me that generally we should be tipping 15% before tax on a bill in a restaurant. However, she does stress that this really depends where you go. And if you go there often, you're a regular, or if they really go above and beyond for you, Tara, you're going to want to up that 18%, 20%, or even higher.
Okay, Terry Fikowski reporting. Terry, thank you.